What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about strategy today. MSTR. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right. It is the 1st of May. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new month. Here we are. 5 hours, 19 minutes left in this day here. Up about 4% to Bitcoin's 2.5%. Sounds about right. You move up at a faster pace, don't you, MSTR? Looking at this here at $396. We've got again 5 hours left in the day. I think that we've got more growth to go, guys. We've just gotten into the overbought zone. We're seeing all the right things. We're getting some separation, truly growing here. We've got a little bit more to grow at least before we start to consolidate, right? Oftentimes MSTR back here did find resistance right in this area, so a little bit higher. Maybe you find resistance a little bit higher than that, or somewhere in between. But something between 77 and 86 is probably where you're going to find resistance. So this move is coming to a momentary stop. And whenever I say momentary, I mean like how long did this take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then you started moving back up again. So a week, maybe less time than that. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and you started moving up again. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and you started moving up again as well. So it's maybe a week of consolidation after this week. It is Thursday, so we probably have one more. We have one more day in the week on Friday. We probably have one more day to grow. We are at an area beyond all these things. Looking at the RSI, comparing to what we did last time, we are at an area that would make sense to pull back here. Just being that we're at prior resistance, $400, nice psychological level of resistance as well. And again, I don't think this is going to be a long phase of consolidation, just a momentary phase of consolidation, and maybe not. Who knows, man? I mean, you don't have to stop here. If we see a reading that gets all the way up to the 86 or higher, who says we have to stop here? We could go higher. I'm just going off of our general expectations back here. You really could see this thing push higher. I mean, we are after all. Hold on, before I draw this fib on here, we are in the middle of this breakout move from this Eve and Adam pattern, and Eve and Adam patterns are probably the strongest double bottom signals that you could ever find. Maybe Adam and Adam is the only stronger one, but here this breakout move takes you all the way up above $500. So we could just keep pushing up higher, but just being where we are, looking at the price and all that stuff, and the RSI, it wouldn't surprise me if we chilled a little bit and then continued running on our way up to those prices, right? And beyond, and beyond. Of course, we're going to go beyond. It doesn't have to be all at once, right? With these breakout moves, it can, more or less week after week, yes, but day after day, you can consolidate here and there. And I'm not saying that we consolidate right now. I very clearly stated in the beginning that I think we have more to go. It's just I think we're coming to a point where we might find some resistance, right? Some resistance means, here we are at $400. Maybe we pull back to 350. Maybe we pull back to 370. Something in between there and here. Looking at this on a 3-hour time frame, the RSI is super bullish actually, telling me that you do want more. The volume is dying off a little bit, telling me you're coming to the end of this move, at least until you consolidate some more, probably. 1-hour time frame also looking super bullish. Yes, it is. Let's see how this next hour closes. If you close here, you will have double bearish divergence, and that could be good for a move all the way down to about $372. But if you close this next hour green, if you continue to push higher, it really wouldn't surprise me if we close today above $400, you guys. So good job, MSTR. It's looking like everything's coming through the way that we're expecting it to. Looking for prices that are not just higher than this over the coming days, but higher than our all-time highs over the coming weeks, right? A little bit of turbulence might be expected. Perhaps next week is what I would say. Maybe even tomorrow. You never know. But I think that one way or another, we are going to continue to grow. And I want to look at this real quick too. 15-minute. Yeah, I think we're moving up, man. Where we're going to go from a high. You know what? Let's look at the last consolidation phase here, right? From a high here to the low, we went all the way up through the 1618, through the 1414, all the way up just through the 2272, right? And it's very common to do that. With the 2272, you don't stop there. Oftentimes you do go just above it, right? And we found support at the 1886. We found support at the golden ratio. We found support at the 1272 all the way through. It might make sense that we find resistance in here, I suppose. I don't know. If we do close this 1 hour red, this hour here, it's the 1430 on this UTC clock here, whatever, 1430. This hour right here, right after the volume spike. But we have 44 minutes left, so I don't know. But by the time some of you watch this, maybe there is more of a volume spike. But this hour, the 1430 hour, if we close this red, we might find resistance here. We might find turbulence here, and we could begin to consolidate down to like 370, and that's fine. And then maybe tomorrow or the next day we start moving up higher, right? Maybe not the next day, that'd be Saturday, but on Monday next week. But overall, just looking at this fib here, going all the way up to the 2272, that's a nice procedure there. That's a nice movement. If we're looking at this from a high to a low, my expectations would be that, like the last time, we will see prices above the 1618, right? We will see prices above there. And you know what? Actually, before we get to this one, I do want to take it a step further. We did the high to low of this range, and we saw that we went to the 2272. I want to see. Whoa, man! Look at that volume. Something happened here. Hold on, guys. I need to refresh this. That happens sometimes. The volume stops adjusting if things glitch out here. We're gonna get it right. Don't worry. MSTR. All right. So again, remember, from a high to a low, this movement went just above the 2272 there. What about this one? What do we see here? And is there any kind of consolidation phase that we can go off of? Not really. I mean, maybe from here we could take this high to low. From this high to low, overall you went all the way up to your 2618. Again, getting above the 2272, showing significance throughout the whole fib all the way up. So that's nice to see, getting some deep extensions. What about this low to, or high to low here? I mean, clearly you're going to be above the 2272 there. All the way up in the money zone, yeah. Deep extensions, man. Deep extensions is the name of the game here. So what I define as deep extensions is anything past the golden ratio, which would mean that our minimum target, right, the golden ratio is the 1618. Deep extensions are anything past that. Our minimum target is here. But we've seen really throughout this whole cycle, MicroStrategy continues to make movements that are above the 2272. And at the 2272, again, you don't stop right at that line there. That was a horrible arrow. I drew a box instead of a triangle. I don't even know what's wrong with me. You don't stop right at that line. You go above it, just like we did last time. So 1600 wouldn't be the target. It's just the area. You probably would go to like 1700, 1800, something like that, and then pull back. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Minimum target for MicroStrategy here by the end of this next endeavor, by the end of June, if not very early July. The expectation would be that you're either in this zone or you press higher and you're in this zone, something between $1,800 to $1,700 by the end of this endeavor overall. It starts here. It's certainly not done. Even if we consolidate soon, it's certainly not over. We will likely continue to grow. But yes, from what I'm seeing on the charts, we're going to do one of two things, guys. Either we're going to have a miraculous move right now, and I mean, if Bitcoin keeps moving up, we definitely will. And we might move up all the way up to $500, or, and I would say more probably, this doesn't mean it has to happen, it's just, to me, it seems the more likelihood right now would be that MSTR is coming upon an area where it might consolidate for about a week. Just about a week. That doesn't mean you're moving down for a whole week, but consolidating and then moving up afterwards, right? It could be 3 days, it could be 5 days, it could be 6 days, right? It might not be a week precisely, but about a week, right? And when I say a week, I mean a stock week. A stock week is 5 days. So 3 days, that's about a week. 6 days, that's about a week, right? Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, good job. Looks like you're moving up higher. All right, bye-bye.